In this one, we're going to be looking at population density of the largest cities in the United States. So here, we already have the population, the area, and the densities. All right, and so we can take a look at those. All right, so just to remind you how these were calculated. All right, so population density, to find that, so for instance, this population density here, this would have been equal to 8,084,316 divided by 303.3. And then the next population density, the one for Los Angeles, was 3,798,981 divided by the area in miles, so 469.1. That's that one there. And then that population density of Chicago would have been 2,886,251 divided by 227.1. So all you have to do for population density is take the population. So for instance, Houston would be 2,009,834 divided by 579.4, and that would give us 3,469. These have been rounded to the nearest person. You can have a decimal though in there. And then Philadelphia would be 1,492,231 divided by 135.1. And maybe I'll do them all real quickly. So this one here was Phoenix, so 1,371,960 divided by 474.9. Right? So that's 2,888 people per 89 people per square mile, and then of course it's a lot. That would be the most densely populated city in Arizona. San Diego was 1,259,532 divided by 324.3 would give us our population density. And then moving along, sorry about the bell, for San Antonio it would be 1,194,222 divided by 407.6. And then the last one, to find that this population density was found by taking 925,051 and dividing that by 138.8. All right, and so that's how we got all of our population densities here. So the two most populous cities in the United States at the time, this would have been 2002, would be the ones that have the largest numbers here. So, and they are listed in descending order. So that would have been New York and Los Angeles. And I don't think this is in your notes. I think you need to follow along. What's the difference between population size and population density? All right, so this is important to note. All right, so you might want to put this in your notes, hint, so that you know, because I might ask you this on a test. What's the difference between these two things? All right, so so put this in your notes. Even if you don't need to write down the whole table, but just write down this, that population is the number of people in some area, in a defined area. The population density is the number of people per square measure. I put that down because it could be per mile, it could be per acre, it could be per kilometer. Right? It's not going to be per foot unless you're dealing with something other than people, something maybe a little bit bigger or a little bit smaller. All right, so it's the number of people per square measure, and it's calculated by finding the number of people divided by the land area. Okay, so you can just add that to your notes. So which two cities were the most densely populated? We'd have to look over here and notice it is not Los Angeles anymore. It's still New York with 26,655 people per square mile. That's a lot of people. I think they're stacked top of one of those tall buildings. And then Chicago is number 2. So it was New York and Chicago. Right? So notice, not necessarily the same. You can have lots of people, but if you have lots of area, you're not as densely packed. You're not as densely populated. Okay? So in class, we will be doing these whiteboard practice problems, and you'll set up the equation and solve. All right? So this is the end of this your pod. Thanks for watching the podcast. Bye.